Hello and welcome to Pioneer Map. This is episode 18. In this episode we roll the wheat field that we've just planted here and we harvest the sorghum. We establish a chicken farm. We get the bakery going with sorghum to make sorghum flour, and I have a rather interesting trip back from the store with a back heavy tractor. I make a rather big mistake at the end of the video, which you can see. So essentially we've planted this field with wheat. Unfortunately I forgot to press the record button, so I wasn't able to record the actual planting process. But suffice to say that this field and the field next to the production units has been planted with wheat. The idea is that it can go into the mill to make flour. We should have quite a bit of sorghum, of course, going into the flour mill as well to get that going in the meantime. This will obviously only harvest next year. I'm going to put this onto a time lapse. There'll be quite a few time lapses in this episode because there's lots of routine stuff to get through, but we'll see you after this time lapse. Well, welcome back. We just about finished the headland of this field. As you noticed, I did both fields together, and we'll do the rest of this on a slightly faster time lapse just to get through it quicker. Well, welcome back after that rather rapid time lapse. As you can see, we just about finished rolling this field. I think there's one more pass to do. Once we've done that, we'll pop up back to the yard and we'll pick up the harvesters and the trailer to put the crop into. As I mentioned in the introduction, once we've harvested the sorghum, we'll put it into the bakery, get the sorghum flour production going, have it distribute to the bakery. That'll get the bread going and income coming in at a fair amount. At this point in time, we're making about $30,000 every day stroke month. Essentially it's a month, though it plays out as a day. Right, so we'll just hook up this trailer sure that PTO is connected. Check all the systems. Everything going alright? Yeah, that looks fine. No problem there. We'll go and park this up next to the field and then come back and pick up the harvester so we can get going on the sorghum harvest. Is looking nice, like a nice crop. Should be just about dry now after the morning dew, which is kind of why I did the planting and the rolling of the other two fields. I do like to try and get that done earlier in the morning and then the harvest once things have dried up. So here we are, we've got the top liner, and we'll start harvesting. We'll do a bit of a headland and then we'll get going, and hopefully we'll get close to a full trailer load. I doubt we'll get a full trailer load, but if we can get 2/3, 3/4 of a full trailer load, we're pretty happy. I'll just pull up here and have a quick look at the crop. Get this thing slow down. I do like to check on the crops to see that you're cutting properly, that you're not leaving anything behind. When I say check on the crops, check on the cut crop, should I say. And we can just have a quick look at the crop as well. Well, there we go. Just thought I'd show you our environmental score sitting at 99%. Got to be pretty happy with that. So we'll get good environmental bonuses. However, as you can see, the production yield is a little bit down because of the way we planted this field. So we will have to plough it up the next time we do it, just to bring that up, and then we'll have to try and get that. Conversely, we might take a bit of a dip in the environmental score, but at this stage 99% of the environmental score I'm pretty happy with. So I'm not losing out too much by the time we've delivered on this crop, although by the time the bread's made and sold, not always sure on that. Right, so we'll finish this off and then we'll put this onto a time lapse again to get things going. Let's just get this area started. Nasty little turn. Once I should cut down that tree. Well, we're back after that little time lapse. We're just finishing off the last of the sorghum, and we'll go and offload it into the trailer, take the harvester back to the shed, and then we'll go and deliver the sorghum to the bakery, get sorghum flour production going, get it into the bakery so that they can make sorghum bread. I don't know if you call it sorghum bread, but bread made from sorghum flour. In any case, let's go and offload this. Just over 6,000 litres, about 70% of this harvester's full capacity for that last little load. And we should get just over 30,000 worth of litres worth. Get the talking going. Litres worth of sorghum to go into the bakery. I doubt whether the bakery will take the whole lot, but we shall see. In the event, I kind of hope it doesn't take the whole lot, because we have had an application from a local chicken farmer, or who was a chicken farmer, to establish a chicken farm or a chicken area, some chicken pens on the farm, which he will look after and own as such. And I've agreed to put him up near the new production areas. We'll show you once we get up there exactly where. We're going to put 2 pens in, or 2 chicken sheds, well, they're free range chicken areas, should I say. Plus, of course, we'll give him a static caravan to stay in, and he will look after the chickens. We'll also give him 60 chickens to start with. Right, so let's just offload this into the mill, see how much is left over, how much we can give to the chicken farmer. You do have to be a little bit careful when you're offloading here, because the sails can clip your trailer if you get too close to them, and makes a hell of a racket. Right, let's get into the mechanics of the windmill. Set our flour production to sorghum flour. There we go. Activate sorghum flour, and we'll go across and set it to, it is already distributing flour as well, so it's basically all makes the same flour, whether we do wheat, barley, oat, sorghum flour. That's going next door to the bakery to make bread. I think once we get the wheat going, we might start some noodle production as well, or spaghetti. Right, let's go and have a look and see where we're going to put up these chicken fields. I just hope that he's got some sort of system for keeping the chickens safe in the evenings from the predators, because of the fact that we'll have free range fields. I did insist that things that we do, all the animals are free range that we do, and not stuck in pens or sheds. Though with chickens, if you did put a shed up and take them in the evenings, wouldn't be too much against that, because that's kind of the general way. But apparently he has 3 strapping sons, and they will essentially stand guard. Maybe they'll get a dog eventually as well. In any case, let's go and offload the 3,000 odd litres that we have left after filling up the flour mill. He doesn't want me to put it in this field, he wants it at the top field. It's not a problem, we haven't started offloading yet, so we'll just nip up there. Let's get up a little bit of an incline there. The problem with free ranging all these things in the farm is that you don't get exact level areas between fields. Let's offload it. Once we've done that, we'll get his static caravan set up. He wants it really close to the field, and then we'll establish some meadows that sort of will build the basic pen that we've created into the surroundings, just so that the chickens can get around and eat what they want. All the bits of grain that might blow up from all the fields around here, there'll be plenty of worms and bugs and grubs and such like. Give you wonderful tasting eggs. Where is it now? Got so much stuff in this section. There it is there. We'll put the first one up for him. Sure him and his family will be pretty happy there. I think it'll just be him and his boys staying here during the working hours, and then they do have a house in the town as well, so I think whoever's on duty will be staying in the house out here. I'm quite happy with that, really. Right, let's just get this all sorted out, and we'll do that on a bit of a time lapse. We'll see you after the time lapse. Right, so that's pretty much done. The chicken farmer did want me to leave a little bit of a path at the bottom of the one field. Not quite sure what for, but hey, if he wants a little path there, we'll leave him a little path. He may have wanted it all the way up to his door, which I suspect he would have, but I'm not going to go and dig that up now. He can sort it out himself. Right, so that's done. Get this trailer back to the fields, and we'll pop on down to the store and go and pick up a mulcher so we can mulch that sorghum field. I think we'll buy the mulcher outright because most of the time we'll have to mulch. It just helps with the yield. We can mulch and then directly drill the field, directly seed the field. It looks like a nice, yeah, pretty pricey, but at least it's got a nice width. It's not some of them were like 2.5 meters. This one's 6 meters. 6 meters seems to be the kind of going width that we're working with at the moment, so I'm quite happy with that. If I can get it hooked up again, there we go, and we'll just fold it up and we'll get back to the farm. Okay, it's folding up. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? This is so back heavy. It's just kicking me all over. All these bumps are just kicking me all over the field. See what it looks like when I get in cap. Look, oh, just nearly hit the tree. Oh man, this will teach me not to put a weight on before I. Oh jeez, here we go. Oh no, come on. Oh, jeez, come on. Hang in there. Let's get going through. Slow it down slightly. Take it easy through this drift here. Yeah, let's slow it down. Let's get through this drift to see what we go. Oh, it feels like it's going. Whoa, there we go. Wheeled off, off the front. Oh man. There we go. Better than any roller coaster. And it was free. Let's go and get a weight on the front of this thing before we do it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of fun. Teach me not to prepare myself properly before going to go and buy new equipment. Oh man, that was good. Well, let's get the weight on the front, bring the front down, and then we'll go and mulch that field. It feels better. I think it could do with a bit more weight. I suppose the fact that this was folded up would have added to the weight at the back and that little bit of jumping around. Put this onto a time lapse and we'll see you afterward. Well now. I was thinking while I was doing that mulching that I had under the time lapse there and realized that I actually have to replough that field. Also I want to extend it. So the mulching is perhaps, and in my opinion, pointless. So we bought this machine for nothing, although I presume we will be able to use it in the future, so it's not really for nothing. So that's a bit of a faux pas. In any event, more than anything else, it's just wasted time. So I've got the plough out and I'm going to enlarge the field slightly and we'll plough the whole field out, get rid of that little blue notice on our yield report, and on top of that we're about to get rid of all those little spots that we missed when we free ranged this plot the first time around. I suppose it could do with a little bit of a service. We seem to be struggling a little bit, that little bit of uphill there. There we go, we get going again. I think it'll be okay for this one. We'll service the tractor. Pretty much, most probably after this. Well, in the near future, let's just say that. Don't want to commit to anything yet. Right, so I want to enlarge this field as well. So we'll go down here for about a couple of meters or so, up until that tree on the left hand side there. And we'll go out and plough up all the rest of that field there where the trees have been taken down. I have left this corner at the top here because it's my intention to, I think, either put some beef cattle up here, or they might go closer to the sheep farm, but I'm not sure yet, so I've kind of left that out. But we can always extend this field at a later stage again if need be. So it'll be a little bit staggered. It is an unusually shaped field to start with in any event, so I'm not particularly worried about that. Just leaving my options open. So we definitely want to get some beef cattle in the very near future. I've put the word out at the local pub that we're looking for people to run beef on the farm. So looking forward to that. Of course, it'll be free range as well. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of episodes with that. Okay, we're going to put this onto a time lapse as well, and we'll see you after that is done. Right, we're just coming towards the end of the headland, and you can get a rough idea of how much bigger we've made the field. We'll do the rest again on a time lapse, just so that you don't spend the whole afternoon watching me going up and down. See you after the time lapse. Right, we're back. It's got this little piece still to finish. I think that's where we're going to end this video for today, and we'll hope to see you in the next episode. Of course, as normal, we'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. It always helps us to get going. And if you'd like to make any comments, please feel free to do so. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.